2 of the National Football League. And we'll get a look here at Josh Allen. You can't ask for much more than his last game, a 5-touchdown effort. It's the Bills and the Falcons on Sunday night.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Tonight, we've got a great Sunday night matchup between the Buffalo Bills and the Atlanta Falcons. Hello again, everyone. Brandon Gaudin along with Charles Davis. And, Charles, we take a look at this Falcons team as they enter play. They've been buoyed by getting 2 home games right at the start, and they come off a good victory in Week 1.
And if you look back to last week, it was all about their defense. Anytime you hold an NFL team to single digits, that's saying something.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Bills, they come off a good win in the opener on the road, and they get a second road game here.
Yeah, the schedule makers didn't really do them any favors, but if they can win here and get to 2-0 on the road, they can be well set up for the rest of the year.
Two teams here, each off to 1-0 starts as this one is underway on EA Sports. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Out comes the offense for the Bills, led by their quarterback at 6'5". That's Josh Allen.
And he certainly had his share of struggles in the opener, threw a couple of ill-timed interceptions in the game. So that was something that was harped upon all week in practice. Because if he's going to help this team be a winning one, he can't give the football away like he did last week.
Allen going to go to the air right away.
Job there of keeping the toes inbounds.
Well, this defense for the Falcons, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
And every defensive team that we talk to, they spend a lot of time talking about creating turnovers. And anytime you get 2 or more in a game, you've had a really good performance. They exceeded that number in a huge way. They got the football back 4 times in the win.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now the first carry for Devin Singletary. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. The numbers for him from a week ago. 17 carries, 93 yards.
That's a good start to the season. They got the win, and they were able to establish a good running game. Nothing that just blew people away, but a nice solid base to get things started, and they expect that to get tuned up and get better as the season moves on.
Meanwhile, here's a second down throw. It's knocked away and incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now Allen. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
I'm quite sure that they envisioned a much better start to this game when they practiced all week. But they failed on that 3rd down play. That brings up 4th down, and they'll probably have to punt it away.
On 4th down, Matt Ariza sent on to punt.
He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. So here come the Falcons now to get the football for the first time.
Leading them out from Texas A&M at quarterback, Kellen Mond.
And when Kellen Mond left College Station, he held most of Texas A&M's passing records, total yards, passing yards, touchdowns, you name it. And then he went to the NFL draft in 2021 on the heels of being the 2021 Senior Bowl MVP. And the Vikings took him in the 3rd round that year. NFL arm strength at his best when he loosens up in the pocket and lets his talents flow.
The drive will start with Connor. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard.
A first carry for Tyler Algier.
14 yards there and a Falcon first down. Good push up front and that run in between the tackles.
Let's play the leverage game here. Offensive line just got lower than the defensive front, and they were able to get their pads on them and move them backwards and create space for their running back to roam.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
That's the danger, Charles, of running plays like this for your wide receiver. They can hit big or they can be duds.
Yeah, you're exactly right about that, because if they're forced to try and go around defenders behind the line of scrimmage, sometimes you can give yardage in order to gain it. But in this case, they gave yardage and didn't.
Amon fumbles it. And fortunately for him, he's able to get it back, but it will be a loss on the play. Points 1, 2, and 3 in their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to it.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let the ball go over to the defense and miss opportunities. And I'm not saying it happened here, but you know what a good rule of thumb is when a play like that occurs? You know who usually recovers it? The guy who missed his block and let his quarterback get hit.
They do get 7 out of that, but not enough to prevent a 4th down.
And that's a play that's not uncommon on 3rd and long, because the offense is just hoping that somehow they can get a guy in space and follow some blockers downfield. Does a pretty nice job there getting a few yards, but he ends up getting stopped before he can get the first down.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And that'll kick and go out of bounds just outside the 15 at the 16-yard line. So here come the Bills out for their 2nd drive.
The defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10.
On 1st down, they'll start out with Singletary. That's the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 1st down yardage on the first play of the drive, give him 14. When he runs, he seems to do a nice job of knowing when to be patient and find the hole, and then when the hole is there, he goes quickly.
You're exactly right. He knows how to just take off, but you know what else? Brings a little thump with him, doesn't he?
He does.
He packs the boom at the end of the run and finishes it going forward. That's what you want to see out of your backs.
11 yards and a Buffalo 1st down.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and putting the defense back on its heels.
Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this 1st quarter. They'll run on 1st down with Singletary. And he takes it past the 45 and down at the 46.
Jalen Hawkins is there to bring him down.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. And now they'll throw with Allen. Trying to set up the screen. And it's picked up by DeAndre.
Oh, yeah.
And the Falcons are in a
We'll take that.
Before we came up to the booth, last thing he said as we were walking off the field, we're going to play mistake-free football, and it just went out the window there with a pick.
And do you remember what you said to me when we were walking up to the booth after he said that? You're like, oh, fatal last words. Every time we hear that, things tend to fall apart a little bit, and that's what we saw there. Didn't get enough on that throw, and it turned into an interception.
So for the 2nd time in this one, we get set to see the Falcons offense.
Following the interception, they're set up nicely here, already inside the red zone, knocking on the door, if you will. 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, here's Mon. Finding Kyle Pitts running the slant.
And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a 2nd and about a foot.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
Watch out now. 50 Fury.
On 2nd and inches. Mon. And that will be taken in.
Boom. There we go. Let's start this off right.
A great play there. His first touchdown of the new season. And the Falcons use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. Extra point attempt to follow here. It's good, and that gives the Falcons
it's a pretty good game because it's last year's Super Bowl rematch. That's what we played. 0-17, really? Or you mean 17? No. I was about to say, holy crap.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Buffalo offense.
Gotcha. That's pretty dominant, man. On all Madden.
The offense comes out here, Charles. Maybe perhaps a bit more of a focus on the run game for this drive after tossing an interception on the previous one.
I think that's a good way to look at it and a good way to think about it, but maybe they get to it in a little bit different way because after you throw an interception, you want to make sure you keep your quarterback's confidence high. So maybe give him a couple easy game and try and get things settled down.
Yeah, and still in the first half here, a long way to go.
We got him shook here.
From the 29.
Yeah, it is hard.
He's got it complete to Diggs, right side.
Good stop.
It'll be a gain of 5. And that'll leave him with a 3rd and just a yard. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rally to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do
Wow, that was great defense right there.
now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
Matt Horizon now on to punt this one away.
On the punt, 2 on the return.
And it will be Falcon football.
Atlanta now coming out on the field. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10.
Here we go.
It's Connor as they stay on the ground.
And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be 2nd down.
They suspected it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on 1st down.
Opening carry of the game for Cordero Patterson.
And he'll get a couple up to the 29.
Yeah, you can tell Cordell's getting older. He doesn't have that burst he had.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Mon looks to throw. He's got his pass-catching tight end. That's Pitts. And he's going to have a Falcons 1st down as they're able to get.
There we go. That's working early. Kyle Pitts.
The short passing game here early on 1st quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
All right, we're going to try this counter. Got the speed merchant. This should be, if I'm going to break a play, it's going to be something like this.
On 1st and 10 is Kelly.
Oh, yeah. Oh. You can tell he's shifty.
It's a 7-yard
Almost.
carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field, the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end. 14
Yeah, be sure to like and subscribe, guys.
I'll tell you, there is no antidote for speed, even at the quarterback position, as he keeps it himself and turns it into good yardage.
And it still takes time for a defender to react. Even as quarterbacks carry the ball more and more in today's NFL, they're still a little bit in disbelief and realize, oh my goodness, he's running with the ball. He may be 8, 10, 12 yards downfield at that point.
So the 14 yards actually takes him from 143 to the other for 1st and 10.
Mon going to throw it.
And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact.
Oh, do you really?
Brandon, watching their tape from last week, I saw plenty of plays like we just saw.
Cool, man. You got a lot of subscribers on your channel?
Their win last week, they're hoping the same thing happens this time out, too.
Gotcha.
On second, here's Algier.
And he's able to carve out about 6 there, down to the 37.
Gotcha. Well, man, I'll sub to you. Since you've been on here with me the last couple days, man. Most of the time, nobody ever comes in, or if they come in, they don't say anything. So I'll go ahead and do that while I'm talking to you.
Back now in Atlanta's second quarter action, the Falcons with the football, as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up.
There you go, man. I just subscribed.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down.
Appreciate it, brother.
Third down from the gun, it's Mon. And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
Like what I've seen so far out of this defense, because they've been showing their best coverages on 3rd down. So far, only allowed 1 conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
And no return here. This one's going inside.
Damn, that was a good punt. That's the thing. We put them in bad field position the whole game.
Set to take over here. And last drive, 3 and out. Still a goose egg on the scoreboard. How do they break that goose egg?
They've got to find a way to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, get them some space, and try and make a 1st down and get some momentum going. It's been a struggle for them throughout the game, and that 3 and out on the last possession, that told you just how stalled they are on offense.
So old man, old.
39 yards there, a big one.
As we've seen over the years,
been playing for a long time.
Ease their way into drives. Many of them don't want to risk a turnover, put their defense in a bad spot, but not in this case.
Not at all. Forget about easing into it. They took a shot. It worked. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. To the air, Allen.
He'll get this out wide to Singletary. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
And they'll use him out in the backfield, and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago. There's another one right there.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Allen going to give this one to Singletary. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
And that's going to be good for another 1st.
39.
Tackles made at the Falcons 16. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. Seems as if the passing attack's starting to heat up a little bit here in the second quarter.
You can sense And you can see the momentum because now they're reading their patterns downfield, they're understanding the coverages, and they're finding the open holes in the defense.
Another catch for him there. This one good for 11. First down.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a first and goal.
Here's Allen to throw it. Escaping the pressure right. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown.
Damn, man, he got in.
Josh
I thought I had him, just wasn't fast enough.
Touchdown of the season.
And the Bills are an extra point away from evening this one up.
Well, I'd have to say that for him, that was an all-encompassing drive because it was his arm that got his team down to that point, but his legs that finished the deal. Give him credit for making it happen.
Matt Gay on for the extra point. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2. A drive that time of 6 plays, and it was Josh Allen using his legs to polish things off. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here.
All right, it's going to be tough. Josh Allen actually ran the ball. Normally he doesn't.
Try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive. First and 10.
They start the drive with Connor. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
If you're a coach, you'll absolutely take that run every time on first down because it really sets you up to go in a number of directions here on second.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Hey, walk here.
Algier going straight ahead. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at them and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense. And on that go-around, the offense won the challenge.
On the set. Ultra. Go ultra. Ready.
First and 10, it's Patterson.
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
On second down, here's a keeper by the QB.
And he takes it past the 45 and down at the 46. 4 yards there on the keeper, but still going to bring up a third down.
Well, if you're going to run the read option, typically, you've got to keep an eye on the defensive end.
And what does that mean? What are you looking for with a defensive end?
Well, you want to play off of what he does. If he collapses inside towards the running back, then you pull it and take it yourself outside in. If he stays outside, you go ahead and leave it with the running back. In this case, pulled it and got good yardage himself. I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. This is taken at the 18. That'll go as a punt of... downs. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10.
Buffalo offense back out ready to go. And as the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. Sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime if you're a good football team. You spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments, prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it done.
And we'll find out here soon enough whether
39.
adjustments are enough defensively.
12 yards that time, and a Bills first down.
Well, they obviously read man coverage their partner, and he got downfield, broke down the defender, made him
What do you mean by that, Burrow?
Yeah, he made him think he was going to run a different route. Probably thought he was going to take it upfield. Then he curls back inside for the completion.
Eluding the pressure right. And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a hole. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down. A play fake to Singletary, and now it's Allen. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then of course they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. And that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here in this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion.
I said 39, buddy. I already said that. You didn't hear me, I think.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Allen. He'll let this go for the end zone. And, that would get a wind up incomplete. Nearly an interception in the end zone. Probably should have been. 3rd down coming up. Here comes the 7th play now on this drive as this is 3rd and 10. Allen now looks to throw.
And this is taken in by Darnell Mooney.
And that's going to be good for another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Falcons 30. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on 3rd down.
That's how it has to feel good. And it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice 1st down. Drive keeps moving.
A short gain of just over 2. Inside of 3 minutes. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's Allen. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
Got his man complete over the middle. It's Arnold. And he's got a 1st down as he's going to...
Man, they're marching now. They are marching now.
Just in front of the 2-minute warning. To throw, it's Allen. And down inside the 10 here before he's out of bounds right around the 7. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there. It's 2nd down.
I did like his decision-making there to make sure they picked up something instead of forcing a throw. Now they've got more manageable play coming up to try and pick up the 1st down. And don't rule out the possibility that he just keeps it and runs again.
And he'll slide to a halt here. Still a little shy of the 1st down marker. They'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down. Allen going to throw. And this is caught for a Bills touchdown. A great effort there with his first career NFL touchdown.
And the Bills have taken the lead. CD for them. This has just been an offensive explosion here in the second quarter.
Yeah, held scoreless in the first quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the second. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment. You have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better. And I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Atlanta now coming out on the field.
Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Mond looks to throw on first down.
Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. So it goes as a completed pass, but they lose a full 5 yards.
You know what the key to a good screen pass is, don't you?
But you're going to tell me, good blocking?
Well, good blocking eventually. But first it's good acting. You want to let the defenders go past you, leak out to whichever side or even in the middle where you want to set up the screen.
Good deal. It sounds like fun. Cool, man.
Read, though, by the defensive guys. They weren't fooled at all and actually ran with the lineman to where the play was and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
Here's Mond.
And he'll complete this one to Patterson. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards.
There we go.
Nice third down conversion.
Couldn't get scared.
I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands.
You'd be all right.
3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
Oh, yeah?
On first down, here's Mond.
And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining.
To this point, I've been impressed with them defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Now Mond.
Screen pass to Connor.
And they're going to get this up to midfield.
So we've reached halftime with the visiting Bills taking the lead to the locker room. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in a minute. But first, time to give the folks at home a look at what's going on around the NFL. We'll start up at TIAA Stadium in Jacksonville, where it was the visiting Broncos who were able to come in and get the road victory. Javonte Williams. What a game. 3 touchdown runs in the victory. From there, we fly north to Cleveland to check on the Browns at home at First Energy Stadium. And they were winners as they defeat the visiting New England Patriots. Deshaun Watson, couple of touchdown passes as his guys win their 2nd straight to start the year. And then lastly, the nation gets a good one on Monday night between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Chicago Bears. With that, let's take a look at the next-gen stats for Buffalo in that first half. And their passing game has been the reason why they lead thus far. They've had great success moving the ball through 2 quarters of play. Meanwhile, for the Falcons, we check on their numbers on the ground in the first half, as they know they'll need to be better to overcome this halftime deficit. These 2 coaching staffs likely going through their final adjustments for the second half. One of these teams is going to emerge 2-0. But who will it be? To find out, let's go back to Brandon and Charles.
Okay, Coach, yeah, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far.
All right, good thing is we get the ball.
And
we get the ball back.
Here as the second half starts with a touchback. The Falcons
the first half was pretty much dominated by us until that last Buffalo drive. Josh Allen did his magic.
The opposition scored to take the lead. Now we'll see if these guys can get a score of their own to regain that lead.
Yeah, they want to have that type of a response, don't they? Because they want to find a way to take control of this ball game one more time. Gauntlet's been thrown down. They want to see if they're ready to answer it.
They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the first half, and that trend is continuing here.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Ready?
Now they'll run the option to the short side left.
Now a stoppage, and oh boy, we've got Mayfield shaken up on the play. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside.
All right, that's not good. It's one of our best linemen. Hopefully he comes back.
An extra defensive back here for the Bills on 3rd down. They'll try and pick it up by running the option to the right. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. A 3-yard loss. 4th down now.
Well, so much for that possession.
Yeah, I think he tried to do a little too much there, partner. He tried to keep it himself. End up getting buried in the backfield, and that brings up 4th down.
The Falcons send out their punter as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time, and out will come the offense as they take over. So here are the Bills to take over. They got the victory last week. That was against the Baltimore Ravens, and they have the lead here as well. Singletary to get the drive started. Puts it on the carpet. It's out. And the Falcons.
That's what we needed. That's what we needed.
So turnovers, Charles, you figure will be key in the second half, and that's a big giveaway there.
Yeah, and as you and I both know, coaches are always preaching ball security, and none more often than right here in the second half of a tight football game. Now you've got to believe what the coaches are saying and take care of that football.
Atlanta prepped and ready for its next possession. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled-out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see.
All right, we got to capitalize.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He'd love to see his offense put together a drive and give his
I'm looking for Ridley up in that corner end zone.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Mon. Touchdown.
Oh, called it.
2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far.
There we go.
Falcons are able to capitalize on the forced fumble by turning it into 6 points.
I know Paul Revere talked about by land or by sea, right? You know, 1 by land, 2 by sea. He didn't mention air because right now we're seeing a big-time performance, aren't we? That's 2 touchdowns so far in this game. Where'd you pull that one from?
Okay, man, no problem. We'll see you later, Alex.
And you're just a scholar all the way around. You're reading all the time. I like that you fit that in the broadcast.
You know, I just grab a nugget when I can.
Koo able to connect on the extra point, and we are tied at 14. They have the short field, and they made quick work of it.
See ya.
2 plays to get into the end zone. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Let's spotlight Devin Singletary as this offense comes back out.
I think he's still shaking his head a little. It was his fumble on the previous drive that led to the touchdown that has us tied.
And sometimes it's worse on a runner who drops it like that. Watch the other team take the ball downfield and score than maybe if they just returned it right away. You know what I mean? Because sometimes it happens that fast, you're right back out on the field. Instead, he had to watch it happen. Let's see if it affects him going forward the rest of the game.
A good pickup there, 21 yards.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a first down.
He'll air this one out deep for Davis. It's incomplete.
Not against these ball hawks. No, no, no.
Sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. A give up the middle to Singletary. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
And the punter's on the sideline. Here's the
No way. There's no way they're going to make it from here. It'll be a record.
Called officially a 66-yard attempt. And this kick is not going to be close.
He almost got it.
Right to boot. And we will remain tied here in this 3rd quarter.
Everything looked good. Good snap, good hold. Sometimes, though, the ball just doesn't want to go where you want it. And this one winds up no good.
Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here.
The offense coming back out here. Plenty of energy, ready to roll. Looking to just add to what they have been doing after scoring a touchdown, Charles, their last time out.
And that's a great feeling to have on the sideline, partner, knowing you just won the battle against the opposing defense. And since they came off the field, I'll guarantee you all they want to do is get back out there because they know they have the upper hand on that defense right now.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4.
Hey, it's not the most spectacular play, but I think most teams will take that every single time for the first play of a drive. Begin the series with positive yardage and set yourself up for a very manageable 2nd down.
From the 38, Mon. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Tre'Davious White with a pick. That throw, Charles, over the middle of the field, and a few too many bodies.
That was a bad throw right there. It looked like London got held up. I think it was pass interference, but whatever.
There's always going to be a traffic jam, it feels like, towards the middle. And if there's any type of a missed throw or maybe the ball's tipped or just too many bodies in the area, an interception can result.
So after the INT, it's Allen. They'll roll him out right. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
Brandon, once that one broke down, there were only so many options left for him to take. Fortunately, only first down, so he smartly got the yardage he could get and didn't worry about trying to turn it into a bigger play and end up taking a bigger loss. Here, they hope they can...
He's got a man, complete. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20.
We always talk about the guy who paid off the play, don't we? A guy who caught it or ran it. But how about the elements that go into making a big play? This one in particular, able to scan the field, pocket held up nicely. What a terrific job by the offensive line. The route well run, and the football right on the money.
So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Allen steps away to his left. It's caught by Davis. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line.
everyone has their strengths, able to move to their right or their left, being able to throw the football. So that means you've got to work on both because you never know which way you're going to get flushed by pressure. In this situation, able to escape to his left and makes it accurate.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Buffalo. Gabriel Davis, a 15-yard touchdown grab as they have taken the lead. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a second one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdowns scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Falcons offense set to go. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, and some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to want to look at a couple shorter passes and get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
And if you like defensive football, focus on the defensive end on this play. He does everything exactly right. Reads the play and make sure he spills it for a small gain.
And strong running there as he's across midfield and down to the 49. 45 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? They looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box there.
So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 49-yard line. They stay on the ground. Here's Connor again. And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll, in fact, tackle him behind the line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
That was a terrific play, causing a loss. As a middle linebacker, simple. You can either fill holes or you can attack them, as he did there.
So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on.
On 2nd down, a run with Patterson.
And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive alive.
I liked his focus there because he wasn't thinking about breaking that one big. All he thought about was, I need 1. Let's go get that. Ended up picking up 2.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10.
Ready?
They run behind center with Connor. And he'll go down at the 28.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive lineman creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
Ready?
They'll go option on 2nd down, right side. He'll wind up getting 2 there as he does it himself and picks up the first.
Now, that was a designed run. Now, remember, if a quarterback goes feet first, he's protected. But if he dives head first, he's not. On that play, he figured the risk was worth the reward.
Mon to the air on 1st and 10.
It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up 2nd down.
He certainly did his best to find something on that run, but there just wasn't enough time to make it happen. Nice effort there, avoiding the sack and getting back to the line of scrimmage. That one certainly could have ended up worse.
Straight ahead, Patterson. And he'll be close to a first down as the tackle made at the Bills' 19-yard line. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash. Makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 16. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
I haven't met a football team yet that runs the ball successfully that doesn't talk about having an attitude to be a running football team, right? You got to be able to put your nose in there, smell where the first down sticks are, and get there.
From the gun, here's Mon.
This is caught. Touchdown!
Touchdown. His 3rd touchdown of the game.
His 3rd touchdown of the season, all coming in this game.
And the Falcons have a chance to tie the ball game here in the final minute of the 3rd. Koo now for the point after.
He's got it, and we're all tied at 21. Couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
And here come the Bills.
And their lead has evaporated in this 3rd quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10.
Now Allen. Dancing to his left. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down. One quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports. All even as we get ready to start the 4th. From the 31, Allen.
Man open downfield is Diggs. He's got it. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. A gain there of 30 big ones.
That catch, by the way, number 940 in his career, so he's 60 away from a grand, but 940, that ties him with Art Monk.
And I think it's fitting that he tied Art Monk because of the way that he goes about his business, the way that he plays the game. Not a lot of flash, not a lot of dash, but plenty of production.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit. Even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 23. 15 yards that time, and a Buffalo first. Singletary, they'll go up the middle.
And he'll get what he can up the middle, 3 yards. So that'll bring up 2nd down.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play.
Now a stoppage for an injured player. A lot of people holding their breath on this one right now. That's Stephon Diggs, who is shaken up. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment.
Throwing now is Allen. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete.
And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
Flush to his right. And he'll just chuck this one up into row G. It's incomplete.
Well, you know you don't want to make a mistake in that area, so you make sure you make a smart throw. Throw it out towards the sidelines. If you overshoot your guy, so be it. It's just the incompletion that we saw there.
Allen now on 3rd and goal. And this is caught for a Bills touchdown. Gabriel Davis, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Bills answer back with a touchdown of their own to break our tie and take the lead here in the 4th. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And they will take a 7-point lead.
Falcons 21.
After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Atlanta now coming out on the field. They now trail by 7 after that last touchdown here in the 4th quarter. What a big spot for this offense. See if they can cobble something together on this drive. They start with a give to counter. And some room to run now. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. 77 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
Here we go.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. On the counter, it's Connor. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
They went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Now, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
And this will be a Falcons 1st down as good running gets them to about the 44.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, they'll run with Connor. And a pretty good burst right there as he'll take this down to the 33. 11 yards there, just like last play.
They're making it look easy out there. Another 1st down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 1st downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success.
Here we go.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Running the counter, Patterson. And able to get this to the 31.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. Was that 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. Again, Patterson. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. 10 yards there and a 1st down for the Falcons.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
Come on, set. Check you. Ready?
On 1st and 10, it's Algier. And this will be a gain of 6 when it's all said and done. Down to the 15 from the 21.
They've created a nice sustained drive off of plays like that. A nice strong run there that keeps them advancing the ball.
They'll give it to Patterson. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5.
It's a 10-yard gain there, and it sets him up now 1st and goal.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7, but first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal. They'll try to run it in, going option right, and he gets in. Touchdown!
Oh, game continues.
And the Falcons are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th. We are set up for a fantastic finish now. A 4th quarter touchdown here. We're an extra point away from a tie football game.
And I know they're thinking about possibly going for 2, but I'd go ahead and kick this one and just get it back to level.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the 4th. So right back to square one. Tied at 28 as he kicks it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And now out come the Bills. They no longer have the lead after that last touchdown. All tied up in the 4th quarter. And a chance for this offense to mount a potential game-winning drive right here. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line.
From the gun, he'll set up to throw. That's complete to Mooney.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. So 8 yards on the completion there, and it'll be 2nd and a couple. Now Allen. Uncorks one for Davis. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Love the idea, love the concept, but you got to leave a little room on the sideline so he can fade into it when he makes the catch. That was thrown too close to it for the receiver to make a play.
Completes it to Davis.
And he is going to have a Bills 1st down by a couple of yards as they're able to get 4 there on 3rd and 2.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the 1st down. And that's what he just did.
They'll run on 1st down with Singletary. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Sometimes being a linebacker in the middle of the field is kind of like being a doctor on the field. You got to make the right diagnosis. Here he correctly sets his run and shoots through to make the play in the backfield.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Allen's throw is complete, and he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down.
And now following the completion, we're going to get a stoppage here for an injury.
From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. To the air, Allen. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down. Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. Here's Allen to throw it. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
I know coaches tell us all the time to have a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. When you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
And again, it's Allen. And that is incomplete.
Nice defensive stand.
The coverage keyed in on him since the last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
The Bills send the punter out as he'll come on to kick this one away. He's going to field this at the 4. A good return there, 17 yards.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
Out comes Calvin Ridley and the offense for their next drive. This defense, they wouldn't mind not seeing him again for a while. 3 trips to the end zone. How about that?
I think right now they would happily go to their general manager and say, is there any way you could get a trade for him? Bring him over to our team so we don't have to cover him anymore? Because he is really having a heck of a ball game, isn't he?
Boy, he is. I don't know that mid-game trade is going to happen, but good thought. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. They'll try and run the option left side. A really nice effort that time. 12 yards on the keeper.
All right, we're trying to set up cool here.
Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. They've got it 1st and 10 as they search for a go-ahead score.
On 1st and 10, here's Mon. Able to find Patterson. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44.
12 more yards there and another 1st down.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Ready.
Mon looks to throw. London hauls this one in.
And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go, because he might wander into some tough coverage.
From just shy of midfield, Mon. And he's got a 1st down as the tackle made at the Bills' 34-yard line. Now a timeout called for by the defense, and they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down. From the gun, a give to Connor. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. Now the Bills will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So not quite a 1st down just yet as they come up on 2nd and less than a yard.
On 2nd, here's Algier.
And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
1st and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. So 1st down, and they'll stick with Algier.
And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage.
All right, Koo's warming his leg up. He's getting ready to end this one. We're just going to run it all the way down to about 2 seconds maybe. I might even go ahead and just kneel it so I don't have a chance to fumble.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. And they will take a knee and set up what would be a potential game-winning field goal try.
And we are set for a great finish as that timeout comes in with 2
All right,
seconds
he's
to go
got
in
his
this
leg
football
warmed up.
game.
He's ready to go ahead and end this one. Let's get 2-0. Come on, Koo.
Younghoe Koo, all eyes fixated on the kicker. 2 seconds on the clock, this for the win. And his kick is good. And the Falcons are going to win the game. Well, somebody lit a fire under that offense during the break, Charles. Remember, they trailed at intermission. They come out, they have the big second half, and that lifts them to the victory.
And Brandon, trailing at halftime, we always talk about teams making adjustments. You know what the best adjustments usually are? It's just executing better. Because the game plan you put in place at the beginning of the week often still holds. You don't have to make wholesale changes. Just have to do it a little bit better, a little cleaner. And they did that in the second half, and that led them to victory.
So for Atlanta, they used a favorable early schedule to their advantage as they move to 2-0. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Meanwhile, for Buffalo, they'll fall to 1-1. And they'll try and turn things around next week as they have a date at MetLife Stadium with the New York Jets.